Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Calmston Farm with me, C-Waddy. We are ploughing field 9 after doing our corn harvest. We've got the field lime spreaded. We have unfortunately had to do a bit of work on some aspects. I tried to seed grass as it was, you know, on the bit where unfortunately the train tool can't get to over here. I tried to seed grass on it. Doesn't work. Can't seed it. So then what I decided to do was just make a much bigger, wider, more open area here. Which meant changing this curve here slightly and reprofiling this corner. It seems to work okay. The field is what it is. Now the problem I've got, I want to oilseed radish this field. Okay. However, as we've learnt recently, it's not a good idea to do that if you've got fertiliser in your machine. It doesn't work properly. So, I'm not going to use any. I'm going to unload it. I'm going to reload my seeder. And I'm not going to bother with the fertiliser. The plough is going to continue ploughing the field for me. I do need to go around the bottom edge of the field and take care of that myself. So. I haven't done the stone picking yet on this field. The reason for that being, I didn't think it made a whole lot of sense. Right, let me just do a bit more painting. Because I want to curve that a bit more. I was a little bit sharp. And then we'll just pull that back. Like so. Now I'm doing the seeding this time with the Lambo because it's not articulated, so it shouldn't have the issues that I had with the Fendt, where whenever it's turning round I'm smacking into the seeder. Interesting. But it's not letting me see that bit. Some of these fields are a little bit weird, I won't lie. In fact, it's missing bits left, right and centre. Is it me, or does that not look? That looks to be way up in the air. Like the hitch on this tractor is lifting it up far too high. I can fix that with a mod. Where is it? It's easy to find it in here. That'll do. Go to the store quickly, pick that up. Might be able to lower that seeder down then. Maybe that was why it wasn't seeding properly when I was trying to plant the grass. Because unfortunately the hitch is a little bit too high. I think as a whole, this tractor hasn't been converted all that brilliantly. It really could do with being redone from scratch, although I don't think anybody's going to make this tractor ever again, because obviously it's not a current model. This is, you know, long since been discontinued by Lamborghini. So I doubt anyone's going to be in a rush to make it, remake the model. FS22, the FS22 standards, and get the hitch and everything right. Unless somebody really does decide to go and do a proper Clarkson's Farm map and therefore wants a proper Clarkson's Farm tractor. Right, let's see. I probably need to fold that. Okay. Try that again. It wants to connect to that bit. There. Right, now, what I should be able to find is I can raise this and lower it. There, that looks better. Now if we go back up here. We should find now that it seeds correctly. Now the only problem is with the drawbar attached, we are no longer restricted on speed. For whatever reason with the drawbar, as I showed you all in my video about speed farming kind of making its return, Farm Sim 22, with the drawbar attached, you're not speed limited. Right, I'm just going to back this up because I need to actually come and do that corner. Damn that, I need to do that headland. Right. Let's hop over. See how the old harvester man's getting on. He's stopped. Excellent work. Driving through me crops. Right, please go and unload in the silo for me, good sir. Late in the day, 3:30, sun is starting to set. As you can see, I've got a bit of work to do around the edges of the field. But I decided not to bother doing the stone picking, because I figured, because I'm planting the oilseed radish and I'm going to have to cultivate that in the spring anyway, which is going to produce more stones, I might as well just pick up the stones in the spring. Yeah, that means I'm probably going to take a bit of extra damage to the seeder and therefore pay a little bit more in maintenance, but at the end of the day, it saves me doing a job twice. Because if I stone pick now, I'm still going to have to stone pick in the spring, and I don't want to. So just going to roll it. We're just going to not roll it. We're going to seed straight into the ploughed field. Right, can I stop you there? Because I notice you're missing bits. I really can't be doing with any more workers messing around, missing bits of my field. There, how's that? Now the cornfield, once that's all dug up, fortunately it's a little bit wider than I'm going to have to do another run. There's going to be a tiny little strip all down the field because of how the width has worked out. Because what I did, I started ploughing the field, I ploughed from the middle towards the road, whilst the harvester was still harvesting. And now I'm kind of working from the top of the field to the middle. Perhaps I should have worked from the middle to the top. That probably would have made more sense. Just allowed me to make a little bit of progress. Right, whilst I'm here, let me just quickly do this bit. How's about that? We'll reseed that in a second. Yep, so that's my new field boundaries done. They all should be. Okay. Now I just need to go down that middle row. And then I can start the seeding. Get the oil seed in. Let that grow over the winter. And then, like I say, we can cultivate. And then we will be ready for sugar beet seeding and planting in the spring. Which will be good, because like I say, we are going to need sugar for the sugar factory. And then obviously this guy will need to go over and be ready to start ploughing field 23 after the corn harvest has been done on that field. And then I'm going to seed grass on field 23. I am going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to turn field 23 into a grass field, and field 22 is going to get merged into field 21, I think it is. Is it field 21? Can't remember now. Field 20. But yeah, I'm going to do 22 into 20. 20's obviously got barley on it at the moment, but we'll sort that out. I'm gonna do the boundary again as well, same as I've done on this field and a couple of my other fields. I'm just gonna go around with the paint tool, put a bit of a border on, get away from the hedges and the trees, make life a little bit easier for workers. Now that field is done. Put my lights on because it's getting a little bit dark. I'll put my beacon on. There is my beacon. My cable is caught on something. Let me just... What is it caught on? Oh, it's because it plugs into the... plugs into my monitor. It doesn't plug into the PC. I've got it plugged into my monitor, which means the cable isn't quite as long as I was hoping it would be. I'm going to have to rejigger that, I think. One thing I did discover as well, when moving the combine from field 9 down to field 23, with that Capello header, it's not very easy to get to that field. There's this bit here, with those two 30-mile-an-hour signs either side of the road where it gets quite stuck. The header won't quite go through the gap. Then down here with these trees, it's a little bit tight for the combine. Then as we go through here, there's an area where it gets a little bit tight down here for the combine with the header. And then of course as we start to go around this way as well, there's a sign there you got to watch out for, and you kind of got to avoid that one as well. So yeah, it was a little bit tricky getting. And then down here again you've got the two national speed limit signs that kind of make it very difficult with that header on the front of the combine to get through. Brakes aren't that keen, are they? On this thing. Right, can I... So what I'm doing, I'm using auto drive just to drive to and from the field. He's not actually unloading the harvester or anything like that. He's literally just being employed as a grain cart driver. I'm actually still unloading the harvester manually, and the harvester is off on his travels. Get this guy in here. So yeah, this field's going to be turned into a grass field when we are Are ready? Let me just disable my strong arms. And now I can't get in the tractor. Typical, isn't it? Just going to move that out of the way. Whilst I don't exactly need to take it to the farm and stash it somewhere, I don't really want it in the shop. Right, let's turn the beacon off. Right, you can't go anywhere because pipe's on the wrong side. What we can do then, we can carry on and do a lovely bit of seedage. Get my oilseed radish planted. Good thing is, we're fairly close to the old store. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's decrease the old cruise control. And I don't have to worry about the drawbar breaking the speed limit of the tool. Do I? Put some lights on the subject. Once again, it's getting very dark, very early. As we do our lovely. I'm going to screenshot for the thumbnail. I don't know how many videos I've recorded now and how many I have to render, upload, all that jazz. Right, let's see very quickly. Now I've actually got this lowered, will it let me seed this bit over here? It will. That's okay. I can't do anything about the other gravelly bit, unfortunately, now, unless I bring the plough back and run over that field again, that bit of the field with the plough with crate field, which I kind of don't want to do for obvious reasons. Yeah, down here, look, it's not seeded brilliantly, has it? Missed some spots. But that was all because of that hitch and the fact that the attacher seems to be way up in the air. And there's no way to lower it or fold it. So the drawbar was the solution to fixing that. It's quite good. As I say, the only problem with the drawbar is it breaks all the speed limits. You can speed farm Or, as Mr. Helgi would say, you would be cheat speeding. You would be cheat speeding. So then you have to manually set the cruise control at the correct speed and engage that whilst you're using it. And getting a little bit slow uphill. This tractor is probably only just about powerful enough for this seeder. The Lambo's right on the limit. The Class or the Fendt would be the preferred option for doing this. But the Class is in use, obviously ploughing, which is obviously it's better suited for. And like I say, I don't want to use the Fendt because the Fendt, when it's turning, hits the seeder, collides with it. So just going to stick as I am for now. Good thing is we'll get plenty of free fertilizer. Right, I need to empty Mr. Harvester Man. Dude's not quite harvesting the field correctly, I've noticed. Can I just start you off to deliver, and then let me go and interject this guy. Okay. We'll swap places now. I'll do the harvesting, and I'll let the AI guy drive the seeder. And then I can make sure that the field gets harvested properly. some light on the subject, because it is getting a bit dark when this sun's setting in this weird low angle. Hello, bird. Surprised there's like the odd bird flying around, because like I say, I'm pretty certain I've got wild animals turned off in the game options, so I don't know why there's like a random bird that flies across the fields. Don't get that. But it's nice to be at this point where it's nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me in real life. It's nearly 1 PM and I feel I've got enough. I've got a week's worth of Calmsden videos recorded already. That leaves me the rest of the week free now. I've got Hout Baylor on videos already recorded or uploaded for the week. These are the 3 Calmsden videos recorded and uploaded for the week. And I think it's the maybe the last week of April these videos will appear on the channel. So now the only thing I haven't checked, I'm gonna have to check on the cedar, because I have a weird feeling from my own experience on a different map, with that drawbar attached, the AI worker will have issues. He'll basically drive around the field without activating the cedar, which will be a complete waste of time. And Courseplay does the same thing. He just zooms around the field without actually turning on the tool that's attached to the drawbar, which is a bit of a problem. We can check. He is seeding. He is seeding. So he is actually working. He's missed a bit over here, but, you know, that's almost to be accepted, really. Because the field's not square. You know, it's a proper natural field. And even though I'm changing the borders of the field myself, again, I'm not making them square. I'm keeping the natural sort of shape of the field, and I'm keeping the curves and the flow of the edges. I'm just basically moving away from the hedges and the trees, which seem to be causing issues, as we've already seen with the harvester that got stuck over in the corner of the field. Well, I don't know if you saw that or whether I did that off camera, but yeah, I came to this field and the worker was stuck in the corner. I was like, yeah, you've not done a great job there, have you? So yeah, we'll have a couple of days free this week where I don't have to do any recording, because I'm actually in front again. It's nice to be in that position. It means I can play some other games. I've really got back into Ark. I have to say that. Ark Survival Evolved. If you've ever played that game, I played it probably 5-6 years ago. When it first came out, really got into it. Did quite a few videos here on the channel about it. Did some tutorial videos about server creating, hosting your own unofficial servers, running them from your own PC, so you don't have to use a rented service or, you know, buy a server or anything like that. And I've really got back into that game in the last week. I've really got back into it. I downloaded somebody, like I say, somebody in my Discord brought it up in during one of my Twitch streams, and I was like, I was more curious to see how the game justifies being 250 gigabytes to download and install these days. I was more kind of intrigued by that. Like, how the hell is that game 250 gigabytes? That's bigger than Flight Simulator to download and install on Steam. And then like I say, once I downloaded and installed it, I thought, you know what, I haven't played that game since I got my new graphics card and my new 4K monitor. So I was like, I ought to play the game in, see what it, you know, crank up all the settings to epic level and just see how the game looks. And of course, the minute you load into the world, and for me, I always play on the default island map, the very first map. I know they've added a bunch of other maps to the game since I last played it, but to me, the island was always the map. For me, that was always the map that I liked playing on. I knew where the location, I know where things spawn, I know where to find dinosaurs, I know where to find my resources, I know where the kind of safe places are to build your base when you're first starting out, so you don't get freaking ganked by dilos and raptors and pegomastics and troodons and things like that. So yeah, I've always preferred playing on the island map. I was just very disappointed that kind of when I stopped playing Ark, the devs did a big update to the island map and removed, well, they didn't so much remove an area of the map, but they put something in its place. They created this whole new biome filled with redwood trees and some new animals and stuff, and it was a bit of a shame because that redwood area actually filled an area on the map that was perfect for base building, for having a big base. It was kind of in the middle of the map, which made it very easy to sort of head out and get to other areas. Oh, what has happened? He's not actually emptied. I didn't realise he got stuck on the gate post. Oh, there's me. There was me waiting for him to be coming back. Thinking he's going to come back to the field soon. And of course, he's not coming back, is he? Because he's crashed. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed when they added the redwood section to the island mapping art, because it removed one of the best base building locations. If you were single player or playing in a group in multiplayer, I mean, I only ever played PvE. I never did PvP, and I never played on any of the official servers for that reason. I always played friendly, cooperative, and that was always a good place to build a base, that big area. But like I say, they turned it into the redwood biome, and then they added a load of creatures that live in there, like terror birds and thylacos, which are like these tiger-like creatures that climb trees, and they sit up in the trees and wait for you to come riding along or passing by, and then they jump out of the tree onto you and attack you and eat you. And I was like, yeah, that's one reason, one less reason to go to the redwood section of the map. I don't want to get eaten. And the annoying thing about it is that, that if you're on a mount, if you're on riding on a dino, one of your own tamed dinosaurs, they will still jump on. They will still jump on you, and they will take you off that. So if you're on a flyer like a pteranodon or an Argentavis or similar flying creature, they literally take you straight off the fucking back of it. And the annoying thing is your flying dino can bloody fly off and you can't get back. And then you're on your foot. And again, depending what level you are and how advanced you are in terms of what gear you've got, you can get annihilated very quickly by these Thylaco things. But again, the good thing about hosting my own server and running my own server from my own PC, I can do overrides, I can do spawn overrides and things like that, custom settings. And one of the things I can do is actually stop certain dinosaurs from creatures from appearing on the map. I can disable them in the user settings for the server, or I can replace them with entirely different creatures completely. And it's something I might play around with over the next couple of days or so, because there's certain dinosaurs that kind of annoy me. Titan boa snakes in the swampy areas, I get a bit fed up of them. I might swap them out for leeches and add extra leeches onto the map so I can get leech blood, which I can then use to make healing potions and health brews and stuff mixed with other items. Because I'm not finding a lot of leeches on my map. And I might disable the Thylacos and add in something else. Some horses maybe, the Equus. Which are like the horse mobs. And be able to tame those. Or maybe add the big monkeys, the big gorillas type things, the Bigfoots. Add some more of them, because they're usually pretty cool. Try and tame. There's me waffling on about a completely different game that isn't Farm Sim. But yeah, I've got quite interested in that. Another game I'm looking forward to playing in a couple of weeks' time, ladies and gents, when it releases on Steam, is Dinosaur Fossil Hunter. I got to play a prologue of that a few days ago. That's an interesting game. Well, certainly to me it's interesting. Alright, that's the corn harvest done then. There's my seeder map. Happily seeding away. My truck is over here, because look at the amount of fabric we've got, ladies and gents. From our wool at the spinnery. There's our clothes. I probably should set the factory to distributing, because it might be that I'm getting that spawn issue. Yeah. Storing, it's wool, isn't it, that I want to be distributing. Fabric. So yeah, let me swipe all of these. And there shouldn't be any more appearing. Better. Right. Combine. Hold him up. You know what? I'm going to go back to the field this way, I think. Because I think there's less things for me to get stuck on. There's less signposts for me to collide with this header. Again, maybe this header was not designed or suited for this map. Perhaps, again, we probably would have been better off with a trailed corn header. But then it's another header trailer, and again, mucking about. And I like less mucking. I like less mucking about. I like to do less mucking about if I can help it. But yeah, we got the corn harvested then. 2 fields of corn, which gives us a whopping 247,000 litres. I know it's not the best time of year to be selling it, although December's, the price is in the middle-ish. And to be honest, I might sell it. I know June, but I'm gonna need a sugar beet harvester and stuff, aren't I? So I'm probably gonna sell it in December. I am. And I still have that contract to complete, ladies and gents. I'm just wondering where I should park my Oh, have I run out of diesel? No. I just rolled on too far. Should probably give the harvester a wash, I think. Give it a clean. Shan't be doing any more harvest this year. And my header won't fit through there. In that case then, we'll just have to leave it outside. And about there will do. Not going to be in anybody's way there, really. There we go, another day done on the farm. Corn has been harvested, field has been ploughed. Seeding of oilseed radish is commencing. All in all, a good day's work. I'll pretty much let him carry on now, off camera, get that finished. I'm probably then going to sleep, because it's going to get too dark for me to do anything with field 23 at this point. And then I can pick up with that next time round. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying the series so far and the farm sim content as a whole. If you are, keep making sure you give me that like, click on that like button, give me that thumbs up. Obviously, if you're new to the channel and you're not currently subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is completely free. If you are a regular viewer, just check you are subscribed to the channel, because YouTube does do some strange things where it randomly unsubscribes people from channels. You might think you're subscribed and have been subscribed, but you might find YouTube's actually unsubscribed you, so you might just need to resub. Leave me your comments, obviously, in the comment section down below. I do like reading what people have to tell me, and I do like responding to people. I wish there was more conversation in my comment sections on my videos, but no, it is what it is. I can only ask so many times for you to talk to me, people. And share the video with everyone you can, everywhere you can. Let's try and get more eyes and views on the video, because I put a lot of work and effort into recording these. And it would be nice if we started getting a bit more of a viewer count, started getting more views, reaching more people, and growing. So I will look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. But for now, here on Calmerston Farm, as the sun has pretty much set, it is goodbye. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay safe. Cheerio.